y'all. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Y'all know what it is. It's Thursday night, and clearly on Thursdays we talk the morning show for now. But if you're new here, my name's Ashley, and of course this is my sweet perspective. And to my right, maybe your left, we have Tyra over at Struggle Reviews TV. Tyra, how are you today? And are you ready to get into the thick of it? Tonight with the morning
I'm
show.
always ready. I'm definitely ready. I'm glad that you opened with that disclaimer for now because, baby, what are we doing? Let's go and hit that like button and run it up in the chat so we can get into the overall thoughts.
Yeah. But other than that, are you doing well today? Are
Yeah,
you ready?
you're great. I'm awesome. I'm awesome. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Ready to get into the show. We watched a lot of stuff today. Y'all need to get in that Discord.
We sure did. We binged about almost everything we need to watch. But hey, everybody, I'm going to just quickly speak to everybody because I have home training, right? Hey, Tony T, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you, Aisha. And you missed all the binges today, sister. I don't know where you was at. You was probably working. You was probably busy. But we was in there deep, okay? Hey, Andrew, what's going on? Yes, please, likes up, comments up, hands up, all that stuff. Hey, Kia B79, good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, Rolana, what's up? What's up? Too hot for TV. XO. I've been waiting to discuss this. Have you? The end redeemed it for me because this 2 hour episode felt like 2 hours to me. Hey, what's going on, Breeze? What's popping? I love how Ashley always look cute and cozy, baby. It's the fall. Tis the season to be jolly, right? Hey, George E, this was crazy. There has to be a way to separate out different instances of AI, Lord. We're going to get into all of it. But Tyra, you know we start here every single time. I want to know from you overall thoughts on this episode.
What was the inner monologue, huh? What was the voiceover? Who was that for? Who wrote that into the script for Stella to do and thought it was a good idea? I was sitting here and I was like, no, that would be redundant of the first season. There's no way we're anticipating getting to the end and Stella unaliving or something. What are we doing here? Why do we care enough? I did not care for this episode. Unfortunately, the show started off so strong and it seems like it's dwindling down in quality as far as storyline in every single way with each character, every single episode. I feel like we're so far away from that first episode, or even that second one. We were really cooking. And I was like, how could you lose the plot so quickly and like so vigorously? It's like they took a big tonal shift, like, yo, we don't want that. Everything that was good about that, we want to go over here. Why? This was just as inconsistent. I didn't really like much about this episode, and to think that I was howling all about where's Stella last episode when we were going to get back to Stella's plot line. Why? We could have stayed where the hell we were. We was going to come over here to this deep, soddy, woe is me. I am woman, hear me war, but I'm also a victim, and I'm not a man. Like, it really grinded my gears, and I did not care for it. And I can't say for sure what I bit in the end saved anything.
Lord. Yeah, ditto. No, this episode didn't move me. I think I was okay, maybe the last 10 minutes of the episode, but leading up to that point, it was very indulgent. Like I said, like Tyra said, I really was like, oh, she must be about to be leave this earth, transition out of this plane into the other realm, go on to meet the maker, is what I thought. Because why, girl? And it wasn't even good monologue. It was very blocky and strange and not making any sense. Because yeah, I am a white man that emerged and I end up going to the place as I don't belong. And I'm like, girl, what are you like, Stella? We never cared that much. And I hope this is the last time we have to see you on the show. I like the little Dear John letter at the end, but really the first 3/4 of this episode, I was bored. I was so completely bored. It was just going around in circles for no reason. We know they're capable of more. The season did start out strong, and just the fact that now we're here is sad. Anyway, let's get right into it. Again, this episode was entitled If Then, because of course that's the model language for AI. If I do this, then what, right? What's your predictive analysis on all of those things? Stella prepares for a make or break 2024 games presentation during tense talent negotiations because again, at this point, Chris is a hot commodity since she did her big interview and moved the world to emotion. that I didn't see, but everybody else saw, but I didn't see it. Anyway, pay Chris money. And she's got Mia in here as her negotiator. I said, Mia, you're the agent now? Like, okay, you're producer slash agent. Okay. I see you, girl. The bob is bobbing though. Miss Karen Pittman ate down. I thought she looked amazing in this scene. But we have her confronting Alex, like, you're the vice president over talent. We need, or Stella, whoever she was talking to, we need to get this money. We need to get this money to Chris. She's hot. Everybody wants her now. You're going to pay this price or she's going to run. Take the money and run, John. And they're like, no, they're adamant. We're not paying her. We're not going to equate her to the white talent on the show. Chris don't deserve it. She hasn't been here long enough. And Mia's, content to stand on big business. Tyra, did this scene move you? Do you think they should have just paid Chris and had her come on? Because at this point, they say it's going to jeopardize the Olympic Games.
Every single anchor, whomever, they're all liabilities. Habitual line steppers, perpetual F ups who just happen to fall into a solution. It's like, well, yeah, well, this is working out for me. We've seen that happen with her. We've seen it happen with Reese Poo. We've seen it happen with Jennifer. This is just where they are as characters on the show. I didn't want to hear anything about this. Like, seriously, Chris picked and chose her side last season. But we could. What are we talking about here? We had unlawful range to kind of do whatever we wanted to and go into any direction. And she prioritized what she wanted. And we see the upgrades here this season. The house, the car, She was like, we was on a slippery slope, hubby, a couple of years ago, and I had to get out here and get this bread. Now that we're here and things have shifted for her, I mean, get your money, sis. Baby, Mia here and the bob was bobbing, but the whole conversation of Stella being a lack of an ally. Now, look, if they want to have a deep conversation going back to, I thought we were better than that. How could you choose such and such over me? That. I thought we were beyond the workplace. We were actually friends. The whole ally thing, Mia, you haven't been much of an ally. I, what? Mia hasn't been, the strongest of an ally to her own because she was trying to align herself with the YT. Okay? And we know that because she sees upward mobility there. And as long as I'm okay and my position is safe, which we've seen with her, we've seen with Chris, we've seen with everybody here at this news station, I'm okay and I could at least give a damn. I'm going to make sure all the engines and things are clicking on all cylinders to make sure that my job runs sufficiently and that y'all house ain't trying to leave the plantation. Just stick it out. Oh, just wait your turn. It's really gonna be. And even if Mia was doing those things with a greater ambition of really believing that the UBN was gonna do something for these people, eventually she knew. I think after I can never remember that man's name, that black man. After he
Ben, are you talking about the OG black man? No, never mind. I don't know who that man is. I don't remember that name. Mm-mm.
OG black man who given Sterling K. Brown light. When he left to go, don't do that. When he left to go see about his dad and that whole situation happened and he didn't get that position that he was vying for and that was promised to him, she kind of knew what it was. And we continued to see her coast and I'm going to get and I'm going to beg all the way to trying to align herself with the previous character who ended up unaliving herself over Mitch. Those things were already there. So to come here and it's just like, well, yeah, you were never that. And I know our worth now and who I am and that you don't align with my values and what I'm trying to do here. It never gave that. So I couldn't believe this. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, kettle, black, black at this point, because girl, y'all are two sides of the same coin. I guess Mia feels like she had a revelation since she's left. So now we're getting down to brass tacks, and Chip is like, "But Bradley, he probably did do it. He didn't do this, Chip. He's never gonna talk to me again. But he didn't do this. I believe him." And we still have to get into the Wolf Pack, the Wolf Lodge, the Wolf thing that no one cares about, Joe. We don't care about it, and they are just shoving it down our throats. This was just a little waste. I put it on here because this was one of the only scenes Bradley was really in. Tyra, did it do anything for you? Is it progressing the story along? Does it mean anything to you?
Every time Reese Poo is in the scene, I just be like, man, I need to go rewatch Little Fires Everywhere. I need to go rewatch Pivotal Roles where Reese was cooking because it's giving nothing here. I don't want to see Bradley and I don't want to see Chip. I don't want to see any of that. This is like the slowest to pick up as far as a storyline, but it seems like we get it the most in abundance every single episode. They make sure that they put Bradley in the pursuit of this case in there, and it's just not going anywhere. It's not. It's it has potential to which we see everybody's kind of clicking on certain sides of it, so it's going to all come together and maybe be some big thing in the end, but it's just not enough to keep us going. I would have been more invested to have her play over there with Cory a little bit and have her conflicted.
Mhm.
I feel like that was the best place for her to reside, even this if this is her mission before she just walks away from the show. That and how they tried to put so much stock in their relationship or their friendship or lack thereof, that would have been cute to really invest and have just Cory hanging on to her last bottom tit. It's like, what? Well, was it all real? Did you ever care? Like, well, what about all of this? And it's just like, yeah, but no, we are choosing to focus on the oil. And oh my God, and haha. We do not care. Seriously, stop it.
I could give a single damn. And I know some people are probably enthralled by that. And I do think they're going to approach it one more time. Before the season's out, we are, I'm sure, going to get a Carrie and Bradley moment again because this isn't resolved. He was still pining as he saw her talking to Chip at the end, like, oh, yeah, but I found out who did it. I'm really innocent, but now I can't tell you because I had to get my movie done. My movie at all costs. If that is what it is. But really, yeah, I don't care about the Wolf River, the Wolf Pack, all that. So now we have Shock Jock back in the building and Alex making propositions, going to his comedy set late in the midnight hour. And he says, listen, a threesome with you and my ex-wife, or you get me on the stage for the presidential debate. Like, that's what I want. I'll do the Olympics with you. I'll be your co-host. We'll garner those views because, I pay the bills. My ads pay your salary, Alex. And so they're talking, and see, she makes a promise. She said, you know what? I think I should have just went with that threesome. But she says, fine, I'll go ahead and arrange the debate, but you come on. And ultimately, Tyra breaks her promise to the Shock Jock. What does this mean for their future, honey? Because when he said, I'd never share you, I just thought she was going to take her panties off right then. She seemed so enamored by him. Again, my thing is, we all know where this is going. Just get there. Like, ugh.
Can it just not go there? Can it just not? Can we just not? Can it just not go there and we can use this as a situation that shows growth on her part? Because did we not do the same thing with John Hamm last season? Huh?
She don't
Did
do
we
it
not?
every single time,
Oh,
Tyra. That's
oh,
what Alex
I
is.
mean, but it's like, but why? Especially with this position and all that hoopla that she gave, really that first and that second season, to get here and still have to basically use them feminine wiles to get the deal done. Like, we know what this man wants and what he's suggesting. And her and oh my God, who? Not that person. I would never like. Oh, he's not even a serious journalist. We know you waiting to smell his boxer shorts in the dark. We do
We
not
know it.
we do not care. I really want more from Alex's character, and it just never. I'm like, please don't repeat that. I would prefer that they go into a different direction and just have it go. Thank you, but no, thank you. I'm not doing that again like last time because I know where that led. And there is never after that first season, you would think that there would be a strong internal conflict of trying to miss business, work, and pleasure. No, they just be slapping sticks all around the damn news station. Like, please don't. It's just not interesting. The stand up wasn't funny. I didn't want to be here. And as I said last review, I'm not interested in having Jennifer over here with a fellow YT main love interest from the workplace who's not going to be there in the following season. Stop it.
Yeah. If they didn't use the Corinthian up to this point, this is it for him. He's a one and doneer. And honestly, I'm really torn as to whether or not the morning show needs to go on after this season anyway. If I can be honest with you, Danny and I want the people to work. Just fix it, Jesus. How many more episodes do you have left of this series, baby? I don't know if I have any more episodes of this series left. As far as talking about it, I'll finish it out just for posterity. But I don't know, Tyra. How many episodes do we have left of this series? I
I
think
mean,
it's 8 episodes. Is it 8 or 10? It's something like that.
I'm gonna look it up while we go through this.
Tyra gonna look it up. But yeah, I honestly don't know, y'all. It's just not. At least before it was good, so like no views didn't really matter as much. But
Ashley, please.
anyways, back over here. Now we have Cory, and now he needs to figure out how he got this position. Because we find out that there were powers that be who were at a certain party with the old network boss. And after that party, he got on and he's like, I wasn't even at that party. Like, I have nothing to do with it. And I'm low down, dirty scoundrel. But if I didn't have to do with it, who had it done? How did I get in this position? And who did it ultimately? And so he go, Mama, what'd you do? You was there that night. What did you have on Big Fred? What did Fred do? What leverage did you have? How did I get my position in this company? And of course, we got to see Mama again, who's on the edge, who's actually considering going to Switzerland for an what did they say? Assisted self unaliving, I guess. She's like, I was just a thought. I was just doing some research. He said, well, call me before you decide to do whatever it is that you're going to do. Cory and his mama's relationship is such an interesting dynamic and so strange. We saw her, I think, a couple seasons ago when he brought Bradley home and we saw her kind of spaz on him. And so we know that there's some underlying issues going on, but they still haven't really explored this. This would be an excellent route to go in terms of the story. This is something I would be more interested in learning about, especially since Cory's here now again. Just like they're not exploring really the dynamic for me with Alex and her father Scar. They're not exploring this, and I think this is where some meatiness is. I would so much rather deal with the familial relations that shaped our main characters than go off on this weird mission with the damn wolf pack. But Tyra, talk to me about Cory and him getting to the bottom of a thing and confronting his mama.
Well, it's a 10 episode season.
10?
Um, yeah, we watched 10 to get here. Didn't feel like it because it was kind of cooking, but yeah. Um, there has always been like an underlining mental issue with mom here. And I really wanted to revisit that with Cory, not only to like correlate his relationships with women, but Cory has like this neurotic like floundering type of thing to him also. Not saying that this is just automatically something that's mental and hereditary, but is this something that he's fearing? Like, could I eventually kind of be there? But we just kind of have her kind of like, even in this episode, have these outbursts and then we don't really address it. And he just finds, the brochure. And I'm like, let's not, put these things out on the table if we're not going to flesh them out and explore them. Because we got it, I think overall, which was a pretty great moment in the episode, even though it was like, why are we here? We only met this woman once. We've only met her once. And when he, brought Bradley and we kind of got into their relationship and some of the history, it was like, oh, well, this makes sense. And even down to kind of Cory not feeling as accomplished, good enough, kind of having those same little, everybody in this place has the same damn issues. And it's all kind of, broken dynamics and family homes and just, like you said, that we could be exploring over there with Mufasa, not Aaron Pierre, but, Jeremy, and we're not touching those. This would have been really interesting because it's like, how many times has your mother had to kind of come through with the save? And it's giving like, well, I could have done it on my own. I didn't need you to be there. And it's like, well, you're a scholar and you were great and you were ambitious and you were accomplished. Like, don't diminish yourself, son. No, it's kind of giving Cory was a little cute piece of failure. a little cute piece of failure. And he wasn't as successful in that he kind of jumps into these great ambitious things and kind of flourishes and then it dwindles in some way. Like he hasn't always been successful. And maybe he has a complex with that. We can't explore it if we don't see mom, for the rest of the season, or we only revisit her one more time and she's okay or something. Like we just don't know. They can't put a S brochure there and then it's just like, okay, Uno reverse. And then we're going to just walk away and not acknowledge it anymore. And Cory's like, yeah, call me before that. What does that mean? Are we going to catch her in a way? Like, what? No.
Yeah. And I could have even went with the path or hoping, that they were going to explore like, Mom, you tried this before. Like you've been here before, you've done this again, but we didn't even really get that. There was no exposition around really her mental health, any stunts or any things that she's pulled before. Cause she seemed very serious about it. Like, yeah, I was just doing research, just figuring it out. If it's something, an option, well, when you're ready to take yourself out, give me a call, text me. It's just,
they worked hard on that plot to even just bring her here. Anybody could have been in that photo with him. Anybody could have tied that. And y'all made it his mom?
Yeah, absolutely. Tell me, you made me look what you made me do. I'm not gonna answer you, but look what you made me do. You made me spill my tea. Sweet Diva 96. Did his mom allude to he had a past? You know, did she,
Yeah,
Tyra?
she
Did she get
did. She
that?
was like, "Yeah, you were on one of those binges." It's like, "Yeah, I was so high that I didn't know what you were doing." Like, Mom, I see it now. I remember that I wasn't that far gone. That's what I'm saying. Corey didn't been through there, and those are things that we just haven't touched on. And I really would like to, because that would explain his little savior complex and why he would be drawn to the likes of Bradley and feel like they have so much in common. It's all unrequited and whatnot. He messed up too.
Okay, Lord. Let's ease on down this road. Stella making moves in the darkness. They were supposed to be presenting, of course. This is really their last shot at getting the Olympic hosting gig, right? And so they were supposed to do this big presentation where they had a special guest. Hopefully, it was going to be Chris. That was like, their one in the chamber. But of course, they couldn't get her because of their refusal to pay her the money. And, Celine says, you know what? We'll just go out there together. We'll go out there together and we'll do everything. And we'll go ahead and present our new AI tool that I've poured my last year into. Because since Stella's become CEO, this has been her baby. This has been her brainchild. This is the big initiative that they put all the money in instead of paying the people. They laid the people off for this AI. And so she's up there and she's talking. And of course, it's going great initially. Yeah, because we're positioning ourselves to be lucrative and make money. But what else other than money and all these things? And mind you, Stella earlier in the episode has a whole entire conversation with her AI about who am I? Am I a good person? Does it make me bad that I'm screwing Miles behind his wife's back? Am I bad because I don't defend the people of color here, that I'm very selfish. I mean, basically this is the modeled AI that's been created, that she feeds, that has learned who she is. AI gets up there and tells it all. Yeah, because remember, you didn't want to pay the blacks. You don't give a damn. You're racist. This is systemic racism over here. Yeah, and you're never gonna pay Chris because you don't want to bring her up to parity with the her white counterparts here. It's a disaster. Oh, and Miles. Yeah, you're screwing his brains out every night. And so now on a public stage, Celine, all of that is exposed. Everything that she's done, and I really thought this is where the monologue came in. I said, oh, because she's about to run down this Severance hallway and jump out of a window. I just really, really felt that. But that's not what happened. Celine gets on the phone immediately after. No, I didn't have to do anything. She did it herself. But now we need to rally the troops because there is now going to be a power vacuum, as we find out later. But Tyra, talk to me. Was this just desserts? It felt righteous to me. It felt like this is a damn about time. Ever since you had that Asian lady lick that martini off the table, Stella, it's been you, baby. It's been up for you. I've been waiting for this. Did it give you satisfaction, Tyra? Talk to me about the AI.
Girl, honestly did not care. And then she brought it back. I was like, "Why are you bringing up that Asian lady looking up that drink again? We tried, we tried the." She's like, "Yeah." And then that one time in band camp, like Stella. By the time we got here, in this hour episode, felt like we were an hour and a half into a very long movie. Um, I just was kind of spent between the inner monologue and the woe is me of the conversations. I did appreciate what I felt like they were trying to do and how disconnected and out of touch she is, that we would only have these in-depth complex conversations with ourselves or AI. Because it could have been way more impactful if you said there, hell, it could have been Mia and just really asking, like, well, I'm really questioning, am I a good person? Am I? It's like, no, I don't even trust that. And I'm so self conscious about how I present that I'm just going to secretly talk to this AI. I understood that, and even just what AI represents and just the replacement. Because she stood up here all bold. Yeah, we don't need Chris. Low key in a little while, we're not going to need anybody. Y'all can call off all you want to. We'll just have your image as soon as we get these little vocal vibrations or whatever, according to the AI. Because that was off, but mine is good. I'm just going to use this here and also prove a point about you guys being replaced. And it kind of blew up in her face. It was funny. It was
I enjoyed
funny.
it.
It
Hmm.
was funny. My question is, if this isn't, her like last hurrah, it kind of did feel like that. I want to know, like, was this just AI? Because Celine said, "Yeah, I ain't have to do anything." I was like, "Did Mia do? Did somebody do something?" Even though this was AI, I was like, "Did it use those questions that you asked earlier against you and just kind of flip them, or did somebody else do something?" I don't know. It would be really interesting if somebody else did something, but you know
Mhm.
how the show is; they just don't be going over there. But this was funny.
I laughed out loud audibly for a good 5 minutes. It was so hilarious. These last couple of scenes we got were so.
I get upset because these are supposedly really brilliant women, you know? And I hate that even with Chris in the last episode, like they're falling on their own swords, like every episode to like give the shows a storyline. And I just would prefer something else for how brilliant they're supposed to be. And you know, her compass, I can't walk away. Do you know what I had to do? Everything I had to give up to be in this position, Miles? Like I've been and oh, I became the Cory and I'm the white man and I'm all of these things. And even to get there and climb up that, you know, corporate ladder, you have to be intelligent a lot of the times. And it's just like it's just always this risky. This was the same as Chris going in there last episode and not knowing or acting like she was going to avoid that lady dropping that grenade and kind of flipping it in her favor. Why are people falling on their own swords every episode?
Girl, that's what hubris does, though. Hubris makes you think and feel that you're the smartest person in the room. And I kind of get that. Like, with all of them, they really all think they're the baddest, the best, and the baddest, and that nothing can happen. I don't know. It's this weird delusion I think that most of them are in. But speaking of a delusion, during all of this time, she does go back and connect with Miles, and they're going to spirit away, right? Because at first, you know, he always talking about, let's go to Tokyo, get a pizza in the middle of the night. But
Yeah.
this time, she says, "Well, come on, let's go." And he says, "Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We need to talk about this first. You know, I think the only reason you've ever been with me is because I was always the unattainable thing. I was the one you didn't have to worry about." She kind of concurs. But after this, I'm serious. Come on, let's go to Naples. Let's do it. And he's like, "Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go." I just wanted to frame that and set that up because we're going to get into, you know, the rest of that in just a few little slides. But now back to Cory after in his investigating, honey, because he's got down to the bottom of it. He done found the connect, his old, you know, person, his handler, all of those things. He's done the research, done the digging. The Dumont family paid to get this story buried. This one that happened as soon as he got on with the network. And immediately, what do you want? What do you need, Cory? And you know Cory like being in a position of power. I want my movie. You're gonna pay my movie. I do too. I can't wait until I get the screener, until I get the until I get it and I can watch it, Cory. I'm so excited about this partnership. Tyra, what happens now? Is Cory really gonna ride? Is he gonna secure the bag and then expose Celine because he's still so in love with Bradley? There's only a couple ways we go from here. Where do you think we're going?
I mean, sitting here, that definitely felt like an afterthought. Well, yeah, the movie. Yeah, I want the movie. It didn't feel, you know, like a sufficient answer, and like he had something or something's going to be into play that he's not sharing right now. But she just assumes that Corey's just so slimy and he doesn't care about a soul that he's just going to go for that low hanging fruit. I'm like, well, baby, if we're here, I'm asking for more than that. Like, I asked for a whole lot, but just to declare that that's kind of it. It's just like, well, okay. I can't take any of this seriously because she is slithering around the office like a Disney villain. Why? I was like, this is not that show. I was like, is there some secret spy espionage going on? Why the hell? Why? This was not the right character for this particular. It's like it's damn near moo ha 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 in the scene. I was like, this is not the right way to play her. I don't know what kind of direction she got, but it really bothers me that she walks around and immediately it's the House of Slytherin. Immediately. I was like, why? It's like very grimy. I just keep waiting for her to morph into a goddamn snake. It's like, ma'am, we don't even really just strongly know your damn motivation for all of this. Can you chill on that? I mean, I'm sure he wants something else. He'll probably get the deal in the movie and everything, but I think what Cory would really want is to be back in whatever position that he could have here or have some autonomy in this space. So he's gonna flip it and get other things too.
Oh, for sure. That would just be smart. He's not a good con man. if he doesn't do that. George E, thank you so much for the 4.99 super chat. This didn't make any sense. I work around unveiling platforms. This would never happen. LOL. Anything for the plot, I guess. You know, they had to talk about the ills and the danger of AI. This show is always trying to give you a moral compass or give commentary on social issues. Like, it did that
Like
all last season.
like
It
Black
just,
Mirror light. Like
it just,
Black Mirror without the scares.
just, find something else to do. Just tell a damn good story. Just do that. How about you focus on that? All right. Now, everything's said and done. Celine got to go and talk to her husband, Miles, honey. You know you want this money, Marcus. You know you like this money, Marcus. You're not going nowhere. You're not going
Please.
nowhere. And he's not. And he's not. She even said, listen, I'll do you one better. Baby, I hate it had to be Stella. I hate it was Stella. But to be quiet as it's kept, before we got married, I had a dalliance myself. So now we're just even, baby. Come on home to Big Mama. You know you want this money, Marcus. Tyra.
Well, I really,
Black man wasn't going nowhere.
girl, we knew that. I think we said that in the beginning. But if it's time to make that decision because it's going to come down to a choice, he's never going to choose you, Stella. I was really hoping they would lean more into Celine knowing, and when she's on the phone, like, oh, she fell for the fruit. I didn't have to do anything. She did it herself. I was hoping it was him. Like, make it interesting, please. Can we please? Yeah, I really want to sit here. And even in the conversation when he was talking to Stella and he was like, be honest with yourself. You never wanted this. You don't want this. Since when does she not want this? That's not the Stella we've known for all these seasons. But hey, stranger things have happened. But all of that chicken, yeah, because if it was up to me, we would be on a plane and off in Tokyo having pizza right now. But you don't really want to do that. It sounds good, but well, yeah, let's get the tickets. Let's go now. Well, wait, hold on a goddamn minute. Yeah, well, no, hold on. Like there was always some hesitation. Everything looked good and sound good as long as you guys weren't leaving the comfort of this loft. It was always going to be that. It was always just sex and low. The fact that they tried to turn it into anything more, like they was really over here acting like they was in whole love. It was just whole love, and it was just like, oh, it just had to be you. And why would we even fall for each other when we knew the aspect of a real relationship could never go anywhere? This is forbidden fruit. And I love you, Miles, and I love you too, Stella. And oh, if I could just get away from that mean old Celine. Ugh, I could live a good life. We could just be traveling and just be, oh my God, we're held down by the man in the fist. What are you talking about? You were never going anywhere, Miles. And the fact that they played with this as if it was deeper than what it was, I was hoping that thou art a villain. He was not. He was not, and that sucks.
Miles was just wasted. Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa, just was over here to be fine. Look at the size of that neck. And you mean to tell me this is what you had him over here doing? Just dicking down broads and taking their money and being used and sending text messages. I'm so disappointed in Aaron Pierre for taking this role. But maybe he didn't. Well, he read it. He read it before he took it. He got some purchase. I mean, he got some power now in the game. He was just so wasted. For him to literally be Mandingo over here is beyond. It's beyond the scope. Knowing that he's got prowess and he really has chops as an actor. I don't know, but maybe some people feel like he ate and deserves an Emmy, Tyra, girl, because I can't call it with some of the reviews I've seen on the show.
Roll bone. It's like, oh, you got another one in here. Do you see how many blacks are on this show? We see them. We do.
But what are they doing? Anyway, I'm easing on down the road. Just move on down the road. Brokenhearted. We don't have to talk about this unless you want to, but of course, Cory sees Bradley on his way down in the elevator, and I still love you, girl. We have to have one more moment together so that I can help you with your cause and rat you out to the informants or do whatever I need to do to get in your good graces and to get into your bed again, Bradley. Because that's what it's all about. Do you care to say anything on this, Tyra, or can we ease on down the road? Okay, perfect. Good for me. Now, this is really where I got all of the joy. Because Stella said, all right, babe. I packed my raggedy duffel bag, all right? I am going to Naples with my chocolate thunder. And we're going to go and we're going to be happy. He's leaving his wife for me because I'm that girl. Even though my career is over and I sent in my letter of resignation, I've done my penance. I wrote Mia a beautiful 4-page letter letting her know that she's always been her. And I've always admired her. And now that there's this power vacuum, girl, go back and get what's yours. But I'll be in Naples with my man. Except, man, your man left you for dead. Oh, he left you for dead at the airport, waiting on the gate. The last one, last call for alcohol, Tyra. It gave me all of the feels, Stella, because that's exactly what you deserve, you homewrecker. That was a married man. Whatever in your ragged mind made you think he was going to leave that money? He need that money, Marcus. He was never, ever, ever going to go with you. So now you're jobless and abandoned at the airport. I found immense joy. This was satisfaction for me. And I said, damn, we've been looking at her since the 2019 in the series. Like for the past 3 seasons, she came in with season 2. We've had to endure Stella's old curmudgeonness this whole entire time. I'm glad she's gone and out of the country, Tyra. I can sleep better at night knowing that hoe's not here. Talk to me about it. Did it give you joy? Did it give you peace? Did it give you all of the things, Tyra? Or was it
There
just
has been,
me?
there has
I
been some
laughed, cackled.
stiff, stoic, robotic severance type of behavior. I was like, when are you unsevered yet, Stella? She's been severed for quite some time. At least she ain't had that auntie haircut this season. I ain't like none of that. Um, it was Celine going over there to Marcus to remind him to get back on in the house, all in places. Oh, everything I gave up for you. I didn't care, all the family. I had to, write off and tell where to go. The money, I didn't care. Long as I got to have you. And if you have to go on, I was like, oh, well, Celine, shut up. And he's like, but this is where you make a choice. He's like, oh, God. Oh, because I really was going to leave you for Stella. You were never going anywhere. You were never going anywhere. And the fact, this is what I'm saying, like these stupid ass women, they're just so stupid. You thought I could have even got with if she still did everything she did in the episode, and it's just like that's all been taught, but I'm leaving regardless. This is something I need to do for myself. I need to get away from this. I never wanted this. I'm boarding the plane, and let's just so happen like he's there, like I'm coming with you. We're in this together. But it's like, oh my god, that's great. I love it that you're here, but there's no expectation because this is about me. No, you was really sitting your dumb ass there, like, oh host last call. I wonder. Oh, he's like, and couldn't even like tell you face to face. Couldn't give you a phone call. Couldn't give you a lengthy text. Just, I'm sorry. That's it. All that work, all them slow wines in the dark cellar, all your thigh meat up in the camera, all them 2 episodes ago. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's about it. I don't care.
He should have left her on red. That'd have been way more satisfying. But I guess she needed to see that in order to get on the plane. Oh, you know he wasn't coming. Like I just, bye Stella, bye Stella. We hope we don't have to see you anymore. Easing on down the road, Tyra. Predictions for the next episode, or anything else you feel like I left out that you want to talk about that happened in this episode. That's what stood out to me. For me.
No, I'm not happy with what we have going on here. Even when we're getting into Mia and just like, what you got, an atom bomb to drop? What's on the drive? What do you have? What does she leave you? It's And then like we have to look forward to Mia going back because Lord forbid anybody gets away from you being just like, yeah, it was always you, Stella. You go on and forge ahead. You know what to do. I never needed that power to get corrupted, Mia. Cory, you're gonna take it and do the right thing. That position's gonna be open for the taking. Girl, Mia, please. I like the idea of Mia standing in her purpose and power and being an agent. I think she'd be a great agent. And then
Yeah.
you have singular people to work for. You have a little roster and you have full autonomy and full control. You're going to go and be back under the UBN thumb at the advice of Stella. Girl, have fun with that. And even that, I wish we had fleshed that out and really had a strong conversation. The way that it's like, we're going to give you an episode. Chris, you can be really present in here, but you can't come. We're even going to let your husband be sat at the table this episode for what I don't know. But yeah, you can't be here. Even to kind of discuss their moves and what they're doing. I didn't like that she wasn't here. Maybe we'll see that. But there's nothing, really to look forward to except for Alex going on down. How dare you renege on what you said that you were going to do and for what them to slip and fall in bed together? I don't know. I guess we'll get into Celine's, big plan because she did it herself. All things are going. All Cory wants is this movie produced. Let's go. Yeah, it's boring.
Yeah. On that note, Tyra, anything else you want people to know about before we come right back? Matter of fact, before we come
Yeah,
right back.
yes, we are here 3 times tonight, not only for the morning show, we're coming back for Seeking Sister Wives, and we're also coming back for the latest episode of Love is Blind. You want to be here for those things, be sure to chime in, have a good time, and come right back, please.
Absolutely. And if you haven't already, consider joining the Discord. The QR code is right above Tyra. But thank y'all so much for coming through and supporting the live. We will keep y'all posted with the future plans. But thank you. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. Let us know if you love it. If you hate it, well, all of the things. Do that. And we will see y'all in a few short minutes.